Hi, it is June the 4th, 2025. These past few weeks have been difficult, as I expected. I move in 3 weeks now. At the 6-week mark, it felt incredibly overwhelming. But in the past 3 weeks, so many things that have changed in my life already that I didn't even expect. So now it kind of just feels like the move is not as scary as it seemed, because I'm getting through all these other unexpected life changes and turns that who cares if I'm moving halfway across the country. It somehow doesn't feel as big as it used to, even though it's still quite daunting. I'm currently sat at one of my favourite little bench spots near where I currently live in Brighton. It's a community garden. It's very pleasant. I've met a few cats here, which is always a bonus. I'm gonna miss having somewhere like this really close to me that no one really uses. I've never seen anyone else here, so it's kind of nice to have this place, especially because I don't have a garden. I am gonna check the camera's rolling because I am paranoid after last time that it's just not gonna be recording, but I have a feeling that it should be absolutely fine this time. Oh my god, it is. Perfect. Hello. I'm gonna miss this place. While it doesn't really feel like home for me, and it still feels like I'm just passing by every time I'm here, I still have a really warm place in my heart for Brighton. It's such a welcoming city. I really found myself here, moving here. So coming to Brighton... Please don't blow away. Coming to Brighton after a year of being at a shit job, well, I was there for 3 years, but doing it 1 year full time, sucking all the life out of me, but also getting used to that monotony and that sort of routine of working at this job that I hated with people that I didn't get along with, serving customers that didn't give a shit about me every single day, to moving to Brighton and doing it part-time instead, but also getting the opportunity to meet new people, have all these experiences and sort of find who I am. It really dawned on me during first year when I was in my halls in my accommodation, sat in this little room eating uncooked instant noodles. I knew that I wanted my life to be better than it was. I still don't know who I am, and that's fine. I'm 22 years old. I'm not out here trying to find like the secret codes for life. I'm just chugging along, but I've had the space to breathe in Brighton and sort of find myself and be there for myself more than I've ever been able to before, which is just massive for me. It's changed my life, quite frankly. I never thought that I would feel so comfortable in my own skin. Let me check the camera. Yeah, it died. A couple months before I moved here for university, me and my friend Vicky came to Brighton for a gig. We saw Giant Rooks in Chalk. Incredible night, amazing band, and we stayed in the Premier Inn in Brighton, and the night of, I was so tired. Vicky wanted to go out clubbing and I was just like, no, I'm sorry, let's just sleep. So we did. And then she woke me up at 6 a.m. and said, I want to go swim. I love Vicky, but I was not a morning person that day. And we walked to the beach. Vicky had her swim. I did a couple word searches, watching She Doesn't Drown. Then we listened to a bit of dubstep on the beach. Like, it was such a lovely morning. And whenever I'm trying to get up early for work or something and I really don't want to, I think about that day and how nice it turned out, even though I really didn't want to get up that morning. For my 19th birthday, I wasn't living in Brighton again, but I came to visit for a few nights with my friend Molly. We drove down. Don't do that. Don't drive in Brighton. It's fucking awful. We had a lovely time as well. I got my third ever tattoo in Brighton. I got it done by Michaela. Me and Molly both went to her flat and we both got tattoos done, and then afterwards we went to the seafront and had a little drink. It felt really comforting, and even in January it It was so nice to watch the sunset, even though it was freezing cold. It was such a beautiful night, and so many people were on the seafront doing the same as us, just having a drink, watching the sunset. And it was just such a beautiful night. Whenever I see a Brighton sunset, or just any sunset, I think about that night with Molly, and I get all like sentimental, and you know, I think that's also when I realised that I wanted to live here, even if it's just temporary. And then it sometimes takes an outsider to tell you something that you already knew but you didn't believe, and that can change your life quite dramatically once you listen to that person. Like my boyfriend saying to me it's not normal to have a panic attack after every shift made me realise that I already knew this, but I was kind of ignoring it because I just got so used to it. So many actions, so many small things that may seem like nothing to someone else can change your life so significantly. I remember when I first started posting my photos on Instagram about 5 years ago, and I posted a picture of a couple watching a sunset on the Cornish coast, and I love that photo still. It's very dear to my heart. It meant a lot to me then, it still does, but what made it matter to me even more is another photographer commented on it saying they liked the photo. I think they said like beautiful sunset, beautiful colours, and that made me so happy at the time. I was just amazed that another photographer would like what I was creating. It motivated me to keep doing it, and I posted for another 5 years on that account. I've since moved to another account, but I still remember that small interaction. It really changed my output. It just motivated me to keep creating and keep improving. There's so many examples of this throughout my life. When I was in year 10 or year 11, one of my friends who I sat next to in geography, she once said to me, and I don't know how serious she was being when she said this, but she said, "Oh, I think you pluck your eyebrows too far apart. You should try to stop plucking them as much." And I was really upset by this because it can seem like an insult, and in a way it kind of is, but I then listened to her advice and I stopped plucking my eyebrows so far apart, and I've never turned back. I look back at old pictures and I think, what the fuck, like my eyebrows were allergic to each other, and I didn't realise until someone pointed it out to me. And ever since then I've done my eyebrows a lot closer to each other. It's always little things like that just change your life completely. That's sort of incredible, that's sort of beautiful. You don't know how you are a part of another person's life. You don't know how your kindness or your attentiveness to someone else, maybe in passing, maybe you've just been really polite to them while you've served a customer at work. Sometimes that sticks, and that might make someone's day, and that might also change the trajectory of their lives. It seems dramatic, but that's how beautiful life and the interconnectivity of it all is. Like, there's many things that I think back on and I'm like, if this never happened, all of these things in my life would never have happened, and I probably wouldn't be as happy as I am now. If I'd never asked my friends what they thought about this person on Hinge before I went on this date with them, I would not be in a long-term relationship of 2.5 years with my very loving and understanding boyfriend who has shaped my life and changed my life in such an amazing way. It's always the little things that change the most, I believe. It's all of these small interactions and happenings that happen in your life that make you realise that life is never stationary. No matter how stationary it feels, as long as you're constantly moving and trying and carrying on, there are better things waiting for you. A job that's more suited for you, a job in a better city, a home that you feel more comfortable in, a partner that loves you for who you are. Humans are beautiful. Like, the trajectory of life is beautiful, and if you're ever feeling like you're stuck, I promise you, you're not stuck forever. I hope I have articulated that well. I don't think I have. I really don't think I have.